does sound like a dumb idea. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. But, apparently Macaulay Culkin a while said the only way he's going to come back to Home Alone is he plays Kevin, but this time as a dad who works hard, work a bunch of hours, I guess, as a single dad, pretty much, and he gets accidentally locked out of the house, and his son rigged the house with booby traps and used it on Kevin. I mean, I just don't think that's a good idea. I probably already willed this into existence as a future Hollywood movie by even talking about this, but I just think it's the dumbest idea ever for a Home Alone on idea. Even dumber than Pam and Jeff being sympathetic, air quotes. No. They had every opportunity to avoid what happened to them, and oh yeah, they literally chose, you know what, we're just going to break into a miner's house, try to talk to her. No, where's Chris Hansen when you need him? Okay, this is why Home Alone sucks, okay? Because before you had international terrorists. Yeah, that's what the bad guys in Home Alone 3 were. International terrorists. But apparently dumb enough to fall for booby traps by an infant, as Alice would say. Even though Alex is 5 years old. So, still embarrassing, but the thing about Home Alone is you're supposed to punish the bad guy, pretty much. And from Home Alone 5 onward, it's like, oh, but you gotta understand the backstory of the villains. I do not care. The people who go through Home Alone booby traps, in my mind, should deserve it. Okay, maybe if the guy was a neglectful, abusive father, which, if you believe the Saw conspiracies, yeah, that could work. I mean, punishing a guy for working? Oh, well, you work so hard. Kevin and Junior, I'm the reason why your ass has a house. Show some damn respect. I don't know. Am I wrong? Am I wrong for thinking that Home Alone villains should always be a partial, if not a complete, manifestation of evil? And even though the traps are brutal, especially in the first two Home Alone movies, especially in the third one, Home Alone traps should be carried out on villains that deserve to be punished. Okay, yeah, it sucks that Pam and Jeff in Home Sweet Home Alone, can't afford to keep their home, but they're still breaking the law by trying to break into a miner's house. Whether if they believed he was home alone or not. And they had every opportunity to prevent all of this from happening, especially when they saw Max with someone they thought was their grandma at church. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, the whole movie could have been prevented if they actually look in their kid's room. Literally, the whole movie could have been prevented if they... I don't care about spoilers, okay? This movie only came out, 4 years ago? I don't care. Literally, their own child, for whatever evil reason, like, hey, mom, dad, I have it, and froze it just to do more physical damage to the parents. Okay? Here's the thing. Home Alone should be about a child, or a dog even, taking on a fucking criminal organization, or even just like taking on your run-of-the-mill crooks. Why do you think the scene where you could empathize, sympathize with Harry and Marv committing their crimes was taken out? Because, if you sympathize with the villains, then you're going to feel bad for them, and you're not going to enjoy them getting punished. Which goes back to this theory I had as a kid, or not as a kid, but as an adult. What makes Home Alone actually works? First off, no sympathy for the villains, like I already said about a few times already. The traps had to be brutal as hell, that in no realistic situation you could survive. Like, I mean, just go watch the Theorizer video on how deadly Home Alone traps actually could be. Or any other Home Alone... I don't know what I'm doing with my hands at this moment. But literally any analysis video where these Home Alone traps are actually analyzed, if these were happening in real life, literally, a lot of these villains would not even be alive. And believe it or not, the Home Alone villains from Home Alone 3 would not have ever even made it into the Pruitt household at all. At all. Not at all. So, there'd be a bunch of unused traps. Let that sink in. That Alex would have had to either accidentally trigger himself, deliberately trigger himself, so it no longer is a danger to his family, or have to dismantle those traps. Especially the pull, you know? And I think I'm not talking about like being a masochist. I'm talking about like there should be a before and after. Like, you see how mentally and physically the villains of Home Alone go through and become a different person, pretty much. They go in thinking this is a simple, easy job, and when there's actual pushback, they're weary, they're unsure of themselves, and a little terrified of what's going to happen next to them. And okay, you didn't see that in Home Alone 3 where the crooks were terrified. And I don't think you even see that in Home Alone 1 and 2. And you kind of do see that in Home Alone 5, even though the traps were pretty pathetic. Oh. What, you got a little chocolate on your face? Oh, your hair looks like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? I just want to point out the police in Home Alone 5 actually went through more pain, more damage than the actual crooks in the movie. Like, come on. I mean, even though, what's that guy's name? Popre or whatever? He had the least amount of physical, physical damage. He went through a lot of mental pain. He was hiding in the igloo. Come on. And I don't know. I just think Home Alone needs, if we're going to actually have a good Home Alone movie, Kevin may no longer be necessary for a Home Alone movie series. It would have been great to see Kevin in Home Alone 3, but Kevin said, or not Kevin, Macaulay Culkin said no back in the 90s, and we should deal with that. Okay, no matter how much we want Macaulay Culkin to return as Kevin, I just think he didn't come up with a good idea. I think it's a terrible idea. I hate the idea. Now, I'm not going to speak on behalf of John Hughes because I don't know much about him, but I think he would tell Macaulay Culkin, no, that would not work. That would not work. And it would go against the kind of storytelling John Hughes meant with Home Alone. I don't know. I'm sorry this is a long video, but I have to rant. I just think we need to have Home Alone brutal again, and Disney is too much of a coward to do it. Now, I don't know. I forgot what movie it was, Violent Nights or something, where the crooks actually die. I don't know. Maybe I'll watch it, but I don't know. I just don't like watching people die in, like, on camera. Even if it's all movie magic. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Am I wrong? Is this one of my most controversial takes ever on this platform? Or do I have a point? Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for putting up with this almost 15-minute video. Thank you so much. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you don't, give me a thumbs down. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about my rant. Thank you. God bless you. Hare Krishna.